This short video is designed for anyone using Vevox or a feature of Vevox for the first time. Vevox is incredibly simple to use, and by the end of the video you will have a good understanding of how all the key features work, as well as where to find further information. We will cover accessing your account dashboard, creating meeting sessions, running live polls, managing Q&A, running surveys, customizing the app, meeting settings, data and reporting, present view, downloading the PowerPoint add-in, and upgrading to a paid account. If you'd like to skip to a specific part of the video, you can go to the timestamps on screen or find them in the description below. Right, let's get started. Your account dashboard is accessible through any internet browser and allows you to control all the features of Vevox, manage your account, and access help and support. Head to vevox.com, click Login, and enter your email and password. Once successfully logged in, you will see this screen. Please note, the first time you log in, there is a short guided tutorial to help get you started. Vevox allows you to have an unlimited number of interactive meetings within your dashboard. This means you can prepare content in advance, refer back to old data, or even go back and reuse a previous meeting. To create a new meeting, type in your meeting name and hit Create. It's as easy as that. Your new meeting will appear on your dashboard and the unique meeting ID will be generated. This will be what you provide to your participants, along with instructions on how to access the Vevox app. Participants can access the Vevox web app through any browser or download from the app stores. By default, the meetings are set to anonymous. We'll cover how to change that later in settings. Now, let's dive into a meeting. At the top of the screen, you can see the name of the meeting you're in and the meeting ID to share with your participants. We can see that the meeting is set to the waiting status. By clicking the play button, the meeting status is set to started, and your participants can begin contributing. If you want to run more than one meeting simultaneously, you will need to speak to us about a multi-user account. Connections shows the maximum participants your license will allow and how many are connected at that point in time. The features of Vevox are controlled using the toolbar on the left. Now, you don't have to do things in this order, but for the purposes of this introduction, we're going to work through them from the top down. So, let's start by taking a look at live polls. As this is a brand new meeting, we don't have any polls yet. There's two ways to get started here. You can create polls yourself from scratch, or simply import ready-to-use ones from our sample poll selection. Either way, it only takes a few seconds, and it's worth noting that our ready-to-use questions can still be edited once imported, so often a good starting point to save time or generate some ideas. We'll start by creating one from scratch. Simply create a new poll. Type your question, and select a response type. Depending on your subscription, you will see the question types that are available to you. We'll stick with a multiple choice question for this tutorial. Add some responses and choose to highlight a correct answer if there is one. Hit Add. And that's it. You're ready to go. As we run the poll, let's look at it from the participant's point of view. To activate it, press the poll button. Wait for the responses to come in. And when you're ready, close the poll to end it. To share the outcome with your participants, you can push results, which displays them back to their devices and on screen if you're using Present View, something we'll look at later in this video. You can then move on to your next poll if you have more than one, or click Done to end polling. For a more in-depth tutorial, you can find our live polling video on our YouTube channel. Setting up and managing Q&A with Vevox is really easy. In fact, it's switched on and ready to go as soon as your meeting is started. So, in its simplest form, that's it. Participants can select the Q&A tab in the app and start submitting their questions and comments whenever they wish. All questions and comments appear on all participants' devices. As the host, you can sort these by most recent or most liked. Now, there may be situations where you would prefer more control. That's where the moderation feature comes in. This allows you to see the responses before they go out to participants, either through their devices or the present view. To enable this, there's a couple of helpful management features. If we turn moderation on, we can see there are 4 new tabs. They're quite self-explanatory, so we won't go into too much detail here. But now if someone asks a question, it will go straight into the Needs Review tab, and from there you can move it into the relevant tab. A nice tip here is that you can log into your dashboard simultaneously on more than one device, allowing you to hand responsibility to another person, to moderate from their laptop or tablet. Finally, you can send announcements to the Q&A board. These are always differentiated by appearing on a black background, making them easier to identify. It's as simple as that, engaging inclusive Q&A with no more awkward silences. For more tips and tricks, you can download our guide, Q&A the Vevox Way, on our website or in the description below. Surveys are similar to polls, but rather than being answered live, participants can answer them at their own pace, whether that be before, during, or after the meeting session. Let's take a look. Like polls, there are 2 simple ways of getting started. You can start from scratch or import a ready-to-use one based on the most commonly used survey types. Remember, once imported, all the questions can be edited to suit your needs, so often a helpful starting point. For this introduction, we'll start one from scratch. Create a new survey. Give it a name, and click Add. As we can see, there are some instructions here for our participants. We can edit it to suit our needs by pressing the pencil. These instructions will appear at the top of the survey when participants open it on their devices. OK, let's add some questions to our survey. From here, you can see that they are inputted exactly the same way as live polls. When you're ready, you can start the survey. Participants will see that it is now live in the Vevox app. They can answer the questions all at once or finish answering them later, allowing them to respond at their own pace. While the survey is open, you can see the number of respondents. Once you feel you've got enough, or when the time is up, you can stop the survey, which will close it for everyone. And while the meeting is still ongoing, you can reopen the survey at any time. We'll look at exporting survey results later in the Data section. The Customize feature allows you to modify the Vevox app to suit you. Here you can change the image, title, subtitle, welcoming text and app theme. Let's start with the info screen. This is the image that will display in the info screen after your participants enter their meeting ID. We can simply change it by dropping in an image file like a JPEG or bitmap and choose how we want it to orientate within the app. Please note that if you fill the screen, the image quality may be reduced. Next, you can change the title, subtitle, and add any text such as an agenda. To change the color scheme of the app, you can pick them yourself or paste in a hex value to suit your meeting's needs. These colors will also be reflected throughout the present view as well as the app. Don't forget to save any changes made in the info screen and app theme. When you're ready, you can publish your changes to everyone's app without the need to refresh, even if they've already joined the meeting. For more advice on color and image choices, please visit the Help Center, which you can find in the description below. The Settings tab contains some options for your meeting session. In the Manage Identification section, you can choose whether participants will be anonymous or identified, meaning they will be guided to input their name when they enter the app. Please note, this setting cannot be changed once the meeting has started. In the Schedule Meeting section, you can set a start and end time for your meeting. This is purely for your scheduling. You'll need to start and stop your meetings manually, which you can do at any time. If you're working on or running this meeting with other Vevox users, you can grant access to them here in the Add Organizers section. Just input the email address that their Vevox account is registered to and click Save. They will automatically receive an email confirming that they have been granted access. Common uses for this feature are to allow another party to moderate Q&A or to share results. The Data tab contains all your meeting results. Here you can see a quick summary of your meeting, showing participation rates throughout. You can download a data report, which will give you a detailed Excel report that contains all polling, survey, and Q&A responses. You can also download the results as images. You can also clear all your data from here, which will remove all results. Please note, this can't be undone. Present View is your interactive audience display. As well as displaying polls and Q&A to your audience, it also gives you the option to control them, avoiding the need to show your dashboard. Another way to present back to the audience is to use our integrated PowerPoint add-in, which you can download from our website here or within your dashboard here. Once installed, polls, including word clouds, can be programmed and run through PowerPoint. Results are saved within your PowerPoint slides. The results are also saved into your dashboard. For more information on using the PowerPoint add-in, visit our YouTube channel and Help Center. To upgrade to a paid account to suit your needs, simply click on the Upgrade tab. Click on your desired account and pay by credit card, and your account will be upgraded instantly. If you'd like to discuss which plan is right for you, or would prefer to be invoiced, contact us using the details found in the description below. Congratulations! You've completed your tour of Vevox and are now ready to make your next class, meeting, or conference unmissable. If you have further questions or would like to learn more, click here to access support resources, or contact our friendly and expert team via email, phone, or live chat.